Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial, and I'm going to teach you how to do this intro. So as you can tell, it is 3D text, and you need to have bullet looks to have the outside layer, and you also want to have null light factory to make the light, and real smart motion blur to make it look nice. But the real thing that I'm teaching you to do is make 3D text inside After Effects without any 3D programs such as Maya or Cinema 4D, just all in 3D, all in After Effects. So let's get to it. And we're gonna go into After Effects, and we're gonna make a new composition. We're gonna make it 30 seconds long, 1280 by 720, and 5 seconds long. Alright, I said that twice. Sorry. And we're gonna do a new solid. You could do any color. I like white because it looks the nicest. And also you want to make your text layer. I'm gonna use red this time, but you can use any color like I said. And we're gonna use my name again. And we might scale it up a little bit, just a tad, and then center it. Alright, so you have your text layer, and you want to make this into a 3D layer, 3D, like with depth and everything. So what you want to do is choose this and then duplicate it 10 times. There you go. So what you want to do is how many layers, text layers you have is how many pixels high the depth, like the more depth the text is going to have. So in the preview I showed you, that was 25 pixels high, so 25 layers. So at the top text layer is going to be the frontmost text pixel. So you want to keep that alone and then start counting the z-axis up. So this one will be 0, this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So those are your text layers. Highlight them all again, and then press P. And now you want to pre-compose this. So Control-Shift-C or Mac-Shift-C for you Mac users. And now you want to call this text 1. And now you have a 3D layer. So you want to open this up. So as you can tell, you press the active camera and press custom view 1. You can tell indeed that it is 3D. If we single one out, it is 3D, definitely. So now what you want to do is you want to give it more depth. It's just one single color with nothing. So what you want to do is keep this red and then get darker as you go down. So this is bright red. So go over to the color and just follow the red line. Actually, so you want to make all these one bright color. So bright red. And now choose the 9 and make it a little darker. And just keep on getting darker and darker. Eventually getting to the blackest part. Going to the black. Or at least very close to black. In the preview, I went from light blue all the way to completely black, but you don't have to always go to completely black. But it looks pretty nice. And I don't think I'm going to make it to, I'll keep it dark red, like really, it might as well be black, but go to the top to check your work. Go to the top and press Control or Apple and press the down arrow and see the character symbol get darker and darker. So as you can tell, it is getting darker and darker. So that is good. And if you go back to a pre-comp, you can tell that there's a problem. You just press the 3D layer, and if you look at the custom view 1, it is indeed a 2D layer, and you're not having it. So you want to press this button right here, and it'll bring all the attributes in the previous composition into the now composition. And you press it, and it is in 3D now. So there you go. And now you want to go to the active camera, and now it has some depth to it. So now we're free to animate it as what we want. So what we want to do is fly down, and it's also spinning. So what we're going to do is press rotation. We're gonna start with position first. So make a keyframe here, and then bring it all the way to the top, like that. Go to 1 second, and then bring it back to the middle. The time is not really needed right now. We're just using it as bench lines for later uses. So now you want to go to rotation. So right now it's just a very standard, just like that. And then so what you want to do is make it like a little more animated. So bring at 15 seconds, bring it up a tad like that. So it like whips up like that. So it goes down and then back up. It makes it a little more interesting to watch. Press R for rotation. So you want to start at the X rotation around, I usually give it at like 15, and then at 1 second, alright, we want to make a keyframe at 0, and then at 15 degrees. At 1 second, you want to make a keyframe for, I usually go around 45. 45 seems nice. And then at 115, you want to make it 0. So back to the original. So for the Y, you can start at around 20, and then in the middle, the middle keyframe. Sorry, it's very late. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. At 2 at 2 o'clock in the morning. At 2, the second keyframe, you want to make it 1 360 and a little past it, so like that. Wait, whoa. Let me just redo that. A little more around like that. And so what you have is spinning, and it goes to 360, and then it goes back. And then for this one, you want this to go back to 0, like that. So what you have is this animation. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. But it's still pretty bland. If we scrub through it, it's very slow and very mucky, and it just doesn't look right. So you want to press U, sorry, and highlight all the keyframes, right click, keyframe assistant, and then easy ease. And then what it does, it makes it very fast in the beginning and very slow at the end. So if you look at the graph, this is what it looks like. And then if you look at it, it looks very nice now. Very much more interesting and gives it more life to it. And now you want to get out of the graph. And now you want to bring in your audio, which is for me the abduction switch. And if you look in the description below, it should have the project files, the preview, and also this sound effect. So bring it into your composition, go to audio and look at the audio waves, and at this high point is what you want the middle keyframe to go, like that. And then just like right after it, just have the third keyframes like that. So what you have is this effect. Very nice. Like that. Very nice. It's still kind of fast, so we're going to push it back just a tad. A couple frames, like 3. Just gives it more time. There you go. And now what really sells this effect is the shadow. So what you want to do is pre-compose this text layer. So with Control-Shift-C, move all attributes into the new composition. This is very important. And then name it text 2. There you go. And what you have is make this 3D and bring the collapsible attributes in. And what you have is this. This is the pre-composed version, and it's very, very good. And what you want to do is duplicate it. So Control D. Name the bottom layer shadow. This is the shadow. And now press P, and you're going to bring down the position just a little bit, like that. And then press R. Go to the X rotation and add about 75 degrees. Just mess with it. I like 75, maybe 60, but do not go past, don't go past 90 because it just makes it a lot more, it just makes it more difficult. So as you can tell, it follows it, and it just gives it that oomph. And what you want to do is, first of all, put glow on both. So come over here and just put glow on both. It just gives it a nice look. And then for the shadow one, put tint, and then make the white map to black. There you go. So it just makes it look shadowy. And now what you're left with is this 3D animation, like that. And that's it. And if you have the other ones, I will show you how to do it. What you want to do is make an adjustment layer, new adjustment layer, like that. Go to like the end so you can see it. And now you want to go into your effects. Sorry. Bring this up and bring this down. Alright, so you want to use magic bullet looks right here. Drag it onto the comp adjustment layer and edit. So we have this, and what I used was a vignette, which was pretty concentrated like that, and a soft edge. Just drag it on there, and I made it so that it was a little blurred during the letters. And now post, you want to go to lift gamma grain. You want to make this for the warm colors. You want to do red here and blue over here. Or actually, this is blue colors, opposite. So I like the contrast, but if I wanted warm colors, this would be blue, and then this one would be red. So it looks a little offset. So it just doesn't work with me. So I'm gonna do the colder colors. So blue here. That's a little intense. Just mess with it. Just move around till you get that niche, and I got the niche right there. It looks very nice. Add it. There you go. And now you want to bring in Real Smart Motion Blur, which is just put RSMB and get the pro version because we're all pro, and that should just add some nice blur effect to it during the animations. There's one more thing that I am forgetting, and I do not know what I am forgetting. Oh, Null Light Factory. So the Null Light Factory, I use easy because it is easy. So whatever light you want, I like the sunset because it just blends in very nice. And that is it, guys. This is your 3D your 3D text layer, guys. This is your 3D intro. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll let you see a preview of the final draft. So it's just gonna render out real quick. So as you can tell, the Real Smart Motion Blur, it really does add to it. Actually, alright. Well, yeah. For the shadow, you want to bring down the opacity, but if you leave it really dark, it still looks fine. So as you can tell, the little adjustments you made to it, like it does add to it, but it doesn't really need it. So if you look at the final animation, this is what it looks like. It looks very sleek and realistic, and I'm glad you guys watched this. I would say subscribe, but I really don't do tutorials too much. But if you guys want to, please look at my video game Let's Plays. I hope you guys enjoy those too. But if you guys just like the tutorial, just please leave a like, and I'll see you guys later.